So now we are going to discuss about the insulators. The electrical insulators must be used in electrical system to prevent unwanted flow of current to the earth from its supporting points. The insulator plays a vital role in electrical system. The electrical insulators is a very high resistive path through which practically no current can flow. In transmission and distribution system, the overhead conductors are generally supported by supporting towers or poles. The towers and poles both are properly grounded. So there must be insulated between tower or pole body and current carrying conductors to prevent the flow of current from conductor to earth through the grounded supporting towers or poles. Now, the insulating materials. The main cause of failure of overhead line insulators is flashover occurs in between line and earth during abnormal over voltage in the system. During this flashover, the huge heat produced by housing causes puncture in insulator body. Viewing this phenomenon, the materials used for electrical insulators has to possess some specific properties. The properties of insulating materials. The materials generally used for insulating purpose is called insulating materials. For successful utilization, these materials should have some specific properties as listed below. First, it must be mechanically strong enough to carry tension and weight of conductors. The second one is it must have very high dielectric strength to withstand the voltage stresses in high voltage system. Third, it must possess high insulation resistance to prevent leakage current to the earth. The fourth is the insulating material must be free from unwanted impurities. Fifth one, it should not be porous. Sixth one, there must not be any entrance on the surface of electrical insulator so that the moisture or gases can enter in it. Seventh, their physical as well as electrical properties must be less affected by changing temperatures. There are mainly three types of insulator used in overhead insulators. The first one is a pin insulator. Second one is a suspension insulators. Third one is a strain insulators. In addition to that, there are other two type of electrical insulators available, mainly for low voltage applications. That is a stay insulators and stackle insulators. We are going to discuss one by one in detail. The first one is a pin insulator. The pin insulator is earliest developed overhead insulator, but still popularly used in power network up to 33 kilovolt systems. Pin time insulators can be one part, two parts, or three parts type. Depending upon application voltage, in 11 kV system, we generally use one part type insulator, where whole pin insulator is one pieces of properly shaped porcelain or glass. As the leakage path of insulator is through its surface, it is desirable to increase the vertical length of the insulator surface area for lengthening leakage path. In order to obtain lengthy leakage path 1, tower or more rain sheds or petticoats are provided on the insulator body. In addition to that, rain shed or petticoats on the insulator serve another purpose. These rain sheds or petticoats are so designed that during the raining, the outer surface of the rain shed becomes wet, but the inner surface remains dry and non-conductive. So there will be discontinuous of conducting path through the wet pin insulator surfaces. So this is a diagram of the pin type insulators. Okay. So here is a higher, these insulators will be normally used to 33 kilovolt to 66 kilovolt up to using. Next is the suspension type insulators. So in high voltage beyond 33 kilovolt, it becomes uneconomical to use pin insulator because size weight of the insulator becomes more. Handling and replacing bigger size single unit insulator are quite difficult task. For overcoming these difficulties, suspension insulators were developed. In suspension insulators, number of insulators are connected in series to form a string, and the line conductor is carried by the bottommost insulator. Each insulator of the suspension string is called as a disc insulator because of the disc-like shape. Now the advantages of suspension insulators. The suspension type insulators are cheaper than pin type insulator for voltage beyond 33 kV. Each unit or disc of suspension type insulator is designed for low voltage, usually 11 kilovolt. Depending upon the working voltage, the desired number of discs can be connected in series. If any one disc is damaged, the old string does not become useless because the damaged disc can be replaced by the new one. The suspension arrangements provides greater flexibility to the line. The connection at the cross arms in such that insulated string is free to swing in any direction and can take up the position where mechanical stresses are minimum. The next point is, in case of increased demand on the transmission line, it is found more satisfactory to supply the greater demand by raising the line voltage than to provide another set of conductors. The additional insulator required for the raised voltage can be easily obtained in the suspension arrangement by adding the desired number of discs. The next point, the suspension type insulators are generally used with steel towers. As the conductors are run below the earthed cross arm of the tower, therefore this arrangement provides partial protection from lightning. Next, the disadvantage of the suspension type. The suspension insulators strings costlier than pin and post type insulators. Suspension string requires more height of supporting structures than that for pin or post insulator to maintain same ground clearance of current conductor. The third one is that the amplitude of free swing of conductors is larger in suspension insulator system. Hence, more spacing between the conductors should be provided. So these are the disadvantage of the suspension type insulators. Now, the strain insulators. When the suspension string is used to sustain externally tensile load of conductor, it is referred as string insulator. When there is a dead end or there is a sharp corner in transmission line, the line has to sustain a great tensile load of conductor or strain. A strain insulator must have considerable mechanical strength as well as the necessary electrical insulating properties. So this is the diagram for strain insulators. Next is the string efficiency. The string efficiency is calculated. It is a ratio of voltage across a string divided by N into voltage across a disk near to the conductor. This is the formula we have to find out the string efficiency, where N is the number of disks in the string. String efficiency is an important consideration since it decides the potential distribution along the string. The greater the string efficiency, the more uniform is the voltage distributions. Thus, 100% string efficiency is an ideal case for which the voltage across each disk will be exactly the same. Although it is impossible to achieve 100% string efficiency, yet efforts should be made to improve it as close to this value as possible. Now, some methods to improve the string efficiency. So the how to improve the string efficiency in the transmission line. This is a very important concept. You have to increase the string efficiency in the systems. The first one will be is by using longer cross arms. The second one is by grading the insulators. Third one is by using the guard ring. These are the three methods used to increase the string efficiency of the system. And also this is the bundled conductors. In your high transmission systems, higher amount of current will be you want to transmit from the sending end to the receiving end. We have to use the bundled conductors are used. Okay. So this is also used for the several reasons. The first one is due to the skin effect. For larger conductors, the current capacity does not increase proportional to the cross-sectional area. Instead, it is only with the linear dimensions. Also, reactance decreases only slowly with the size, but the cost and weight to increase with area. Due to this, several conductors in parallel become more economical. The bundle conductor consists of the several parallel cables connected in interval by spaces, often in a cylindrical configurations. The optimum number of conductors depends upon the current rating, but typically high voltage lines also have higher current. There is also some advantages due to lower corona loss. American Electric Power is building 765 kilowatt line using 6 conductors per phase in a bundle. The spaces must resist the forces due to wind and magnetic forces during the short circuits. So these are the advantages of the bundled conductors.